Okay, today I'm going to talk about the middle of the three layers surrounding that the brain and the spinal cord from the innermost to the outermost. First, there's arachnoid matter, which is situated between the dura and the pia mater and aids in the housing of the arachnoid space. The dura mater is the biggest and outermost layer of the meninges that surrounding and protect the brain and the spinal cord. The pia mater, which serves to hold the cerebral spinal fluid, is the meningeal last layer. Next, we have the cortex, which is the outer layer of the brain surface and has a role in the cognitive processes like memory, learning, emotions, and sensitive-related activity. The term gyrus refers to the tiny fold in the cortex. Gyrus is a little fold in the cortex, while the sulcus is a tiny grooves that sit between the gyri. The cerebellum, the largest component of the brain, is the next structure on the list. It is aided with temperature, relation, and movement of coordination. The cerebellum, which we have now, assists us with balance and muscular coordination, and the hypophysis regulates a number of the endocrine organs, and it is in charge of producing a number of the key hormones. Now next we have the medulla, is located near the base of the brain, where it's connected to the spinal cord to support critical function like blood pressure, heartbeat, and breathing. Now to continue, we have the pons, which connect the brain and the spinal cord and help control activity, including our sleep-wake cycle and breathing. The ventricle are found when we go inside of the brain, right there. And now we have the cerebral aqueduct, which connect the third and the fourth ventricle in one of our brain four ventricle and help keep execution. We benefit from creation and cerebral spinal fluid thanks to the coral plexus. So next we have the dissections, which is composed of the thalamus and the hypothalamus and serve as the key replay and source. It's following by that the corpus callosum and a network of 12 cranial nerves that run down to the middle of our brain and connect two cerebral hemispheres. Our body's ability to maintain homeostasis is maintained by the hypothalamus, which is the composed of the dissections. Here the thalamus replays information from our body and is important to regulating sleep and wakefulness. The cerebral cortex and the spinal cord both contain gray matter, which is made up both unmyelinated axons. The ability to govern movement, memory, and emotions is also improved as a result. Axons that have undergone myelation make up the white matter, which is also present in the spinal cord and some area of the brain. Now, the hippocampus, which is also engaged in our emotional state, make it in the conversation of our short-term memory into the long-term memory. As we continue, we'll discuss the midbrain, which is crucial for the processing both visual and auditory data. It is situated near the top of the brainstem. The olfactory bulbs come next, and it play an important role in how our sense of smell works. Now we have here the pineal body. It's right here, which is a part of our endocrine system and secretes the hormone melatonin. The last one we have is the optic chiasma, is where the optic nerve crosses and plays a very significant function in our capacity to see.